So let's find out. This is game 1 in the Losers Bracket Finals, a best of 5 to determine who moves on to the APAC Cup. From Group B in the preliminaries, we have Gianna being banned out against Hong KFC, and then Ragdoll will be banned out against Silent Control.
Some of the most popular pre-bans we see here in match number 1, so it is no big surprise. Silent Control opting for the Sierra. It has paid off for him many times. Why not again?
Yeah, Sierra, I mean, so reliable. More going to be picked up on the side of Hong KFC. Ganymede, we're just quick firing these picks as we take a look at why Sierra is picked so often for many of these players. Silent Control does secure the Lulu and Friends for himself as well.
Sierra and Lulu and Friends, this is a pair that we've seen a lot, and we are definitely afraid of what they can do when they are unleashed. So Hong KFC does not want to let them go uncontested, brings a lot of CC of his own.
Yep, going for that Okeanos and then the Chung Peng as well. Oh, okay, the Fire Monkey King being flashed a couple times.
Silent Control, he's definitely flashing it. He's not really sure about going for it though.
Yeah, definitely flashing it with some intention. We'll see where that intention heads as we look at the Haegong being taken away for himself on the side of Silent Control, and then the Leo as well.
Leo is there always as a neutral pick for Silent Control, just a good pick overall. It can force out a ban from the opponent as well. And Haegong, this is a unit that we have seen very good success from, especially when utilized against strippers like the Chung Peng.
Oh, so Hong KFC, his last answer will be the Escher against Silent Control. As we see the bans come out, it is Chung Peng and then Leo being banned out.
So Leo ban is no big surprise. And now at this point, the question is, the old school strategy, Yanni Oki Control, will it be enough to go through the shield that Silent Control is putting up right now?
All right, Hong KFC kicks things off in this game 1 of a best of 5 in the Losers Bracket Finals.
Spear of Devastation puts a nice little reset onto Lulu, and now more with a bit of a follow-up, not too much though.
Okay, just a little bit. We're going to see Seal Magic come out.
Seal Magic does not grab even the attack bar reduction.
Oh wow, just fully resisted, doesn't want to deal with any of it from Silent Control.
Ganny Oki not looking so hot right now. We look at the Bison, he's got the Psycho Crusher for some control, but he goes for the 1-2 punch instead. He wants to wait one turn.
Yep, just wants to wait one extra turn. He is returning with the Psycho Crusher.
The Psycho Crusher grabbing some attack speed, slow, and control. Sierra misses the bomb, so she is going to have to wait a bit more time.
Yeah, you know, yesterday all these bombs were flying everywhere. Today, not so much, but of course, still some damage done against Hong KFC.
Right, so we are starting to see some of the weakness of Sierra, the vulnerability that comes with this pick. Of course, Hong KFC, everything is lined up for the Okigani as Sierra misses another bomb.
Still not able to get that crucial bomb, and now Okeanos finally, can he get the Rain of Stones?
The glancing is there.
Oh man, only one stun onto the Fire and Bison.
Not much things going on for Oki right now. He's gonna go down to the dot unless Escher can heal him as we take a look at the Moor. Trying to grab some more control. Sierra, she's got the bomb. She's looking for it.
Finally is able to land the bomb, and there's a detonate to take out Ganymede from the game.
So Escher should be moving ahead of Oki, but we have Haegong with the death sentence.
Yep, just going to finish the job. Not looking so bright for Hong KFC. Moore doing whatever he can, but he's only one monster against the 4 still alive for Silent Control.
Definitely looking rough for Moore right now to try to turn this around. Escher buying some time with the heal, but of course one bomb from Sierra will seal the fate of Moore.
Yep, that's going to be the bomb onto Moore, so now all attention paid onto Escher from Silent Control.
Unless he can constantly massacre, but he was lacking the damage for the reset. Now Escher, he's going to be a lot lower on his damage output, and that is the concede.
Yep, Silent Control will be taking that first game. He made it through the gauntlet so far today to get to this point. He is not giving up. He wants to continue his streak to try to get to the APAC Cup.
this could be actually a potential advantage for Silent Control. He has played so many matches today, and he's gone through a lot of different strategies. So he is here now. He can just choose whatever he feels most comfortable with. But we saw Hong KFC still stuck on yesterday, prioritizing Gani Oki, and it backfired.
Yeah, Hong KFC, if he wants to stay alive in this best of 5, he has to adapt. He has to change things up. Everything is changing every day, every game here in SWC 2021. The pre-ban's now out for round number 2. Chung Peng being banned out against Hong KFC, and now the Lulu and friends being taken out of the game.
It's been a tough road for Silent Control. We've been with him all along, ever since the first match started. And he is here now to take down this final boss that is Hong KFC in round 2, going back to the Haegang pick.
Yep, securing that Haegang for himself. And we look at the win rates for the Cardinal, Fire, and Bison together, of course, being exchangeable, still at 55%. So 19 wins, a lot of picks as well. A very, very solid pick for Silent Control. Hong KFC, meanwhile, still considering that Ganymede, but is he going to start some different pairings? No, it's going to be the Okeanos.
Sierra, Gani, Oki, this has been a very successful lineup. Now the question is, if you're Silent Control, you can see clear as day what Hong KFC is trying to do. So what is your response to the CC? He says it is Fran Diana again.
Fran Diana, very reliable. I mean, Diana had a 60% win rate, some of the higher ones that we've seen, especially with that many picks. 18 wins, of course, Diana, we all know the strength of that monster alone. Hong KFC, that Gianna, this time not able to be pre-banned, is going to lock it in alongside the Moore once again.
Hong KFC rounded out his team comp with some strippers, damage through the bomb. More is there for the solo potential as Chow returns here on Group B.
Chow comes out for Silent Control. It will be the last pick, the last answer to Hong KFC. The bans are out. Sierra and Haegang are out of the game. We go into game number 2 as Silent Control leads 1-0 in this best of 5.
What an exciting pick the Chow is, but of course Gianna with the skill 3 grabs a lot of stuns. Diana procs out of the stun and gets some shield for the team.
Yeah, just able to sustain the team a bit longer. We've seen Diana be so crucial with those shields today.
And of course, Moore is here to strip the shields right off. Now Gani, he's got the Seal Magic angle, looking to decrease the attack bars, and he gets all 4 of them.
Yeah, last game he didn't get that value, but this time he answers right back, getting that attack bar control. Now it's Gianna's turn again.
Looking for the bomb potentially on Fran to prevent her from proccing out of the stun, but chooses the Chow instead.
Okay, bomb onto Chow. Now Okeanos looking for an answer, going still for the Rain of Stones.
Piling the damage right now. Okeanos has a lot of damage with that skill 3 Rain of Stones, especially with artifacts, so that is going to be prioritized by Hong KFC.
Yep, going for that ventilate as well, so the Okeanos will have the Rain of Stones available once again.
The Rain of Stones. We see the damage and the stuns. They are all here to stay.
Oh my gosh, Silent Control is getting controlled again. This is starting to look like a deja vu of his match yesterday where he wasn't able to take any actions.
Gani seals the deal with the Seal Magic, grabbing even more control for Hong KFC. He is looking to pile the bombs onto the Chow. Make sure he dies to it before he does some nasty things.
Yeah, this Chow is just stunned and bombed forever. Those are spinning above his head. They are ticking time bombs literally right now on top. And we saw another stun against the Fire and Bison as well.
Yep, and that is the concede.
That is going to be it. I mean, at that point, you have to accept fate. There's no way out of it. That Chow was never going to get a chance to answer back. And Hong KFC, he answers back in this best of 5 as he ties things up 1-1.
Hong KFC definitely got a lot of value out of that match with the Gani Oki combo. Finally, the resets adding up, the attack bar reductions adding up, and that was all he needed to take this game back for himself.
Hong KFC, he still trusts in that combo. He still trusts in what the control can do for him. He now ties it up 1-1. This is a best of 5. Both players still needing 2 more games to try to secure that spot into the APAC Cup here in SWC 2021. The pre-bans will repeat themselves from game number 1. It will be Gianna and Ragdoll.
Gianna has done a lot of work for Hong KFC in the previous round. We've seen Silent Control. He has a lot of will runes on his unit, so it is definitely a powerful pick against him, as we see once again some standard pickups.
Ganioki still going strong for Hong KFC. Sierra locked in for Silent Control, and then the Fire and Bison and Lulu once again being paired together.
Fran, of course, this has been the popular option today when Lulu and Friends is not available. Moore is a good pair to Ganny and Oki as well.
Yeah, so still going with the same idea for Hong KFC. He does not feel the need, the pressure to switch things up too much just yet. You still have an option. You still have a bit of margin as it is a best of 5. Silent Control looking for some answers. Okay, he comes out with something new. He wants to try to take an advantage.
Josephine is a monster that I kept mentioning as it could counter Oki, but I don't think we're going to see it. But now we do actually get to see the Josephine. She is a pretty good counter to Okeanos, especially if you ban out the Ganny. But now the Chung Peng being there is going to be an eyesore for Josephine.
So Chung Peng will be the ban still. As you mentioned, you just have to take that monster out. Lulu and Friends banned out against Silent Control. Can the Josephine still get the work done for Silent Control? All eyes on that mod as we go into game number 3.
Full will runes on the side of Silent Control. Okeanos can go for only Spear of Devastation on one unit, and he misses.
Doesn't get the resets, so that's not going to be the value that Hong KFC wanted at the start of the game.
The strips also not being consistent for Hong KFC, as we see a transform out of Diana, but the Ganny cuts in now, and he's just going to reduce the attack bar of Diana.
Yeah, there we go. The attack bar controlled again against 2 of these monsters.
Silent Control. He's not scared to transform on turn 1. He feels comfortable with Diana sitting in that human form as Sierra now lands out the bomb, and it's going to do a lot of damage.
Huge damage onto Okeanos, and as you mentioned it, Silent Control, he does not fear it. He takes his chances. The Rain of Stones comes in though, and that's a stun now across the board.
Of course, Diana, she is a lot more vulnerable in her human form. Hong KFC realizing that, trying to do damage, but there's a 1-2 punch.
Oh, not gonna be able to finish off Diana just yet.
Not yet. She is sitting there with 1 HP. Fire Bison trying to grab more damage, almost taking out the friend, but the Rain of Stones is here.
It returns thanks to the Ganymede, and that will be Diana out. Silent Control not going to be able to make use of that monster anymore.
Reset potentially going on Fire Bison because we know he has his skills up now. Hong KFC thinking through, and he does get the right selection.
Okay, so now the provoke onto the Okeanos as well.
The damage is really piling up for the Fire Bison, doing tons of damage with that skill 1, but more is here. Attack buff rolling spike.
Oh my, that is huge. Everyone just with a sliver of health. I don't see a way out for Silent Control right now.
Yanni with the seal magic, looking for the damage, looking for the control, and he gets all of them as he takes down a unit, and it's now gonna be just 1 and 1, and Silent Control just gonna die.
Yeah, Silent Control, I mean, you're hanging on to this thread right now, but Ganymede finishes it, and then it's going to be more looking to finish the job. Silent Control does GG out, and Hong KFC will now take the lead 2-1 in this best of 5.
Hong KFC definitely was able to utilize this time the window where Diana was at her most exposed form. Getting that stun and keeping her locked down was a crucial strategy for Hong KFC.
Yeah, I mean, it seems like from Silent Control, it's not that he, is making a mistake against the common norm. It's just that he's willing to take these risks, just trying to get the damage he wants ahead. But this time, Hong KFC's monsters were all prepared, and they answered right back, punished that Diana in human form. So now we got to see Silent Control. What do you have as a response? We see some new pre-bans coming in game number 4. It's the Sierra, and then the Lulu and Friends does return to be banned out against Silent Control.
You could argue that each player comes in with a different strategy and an understanding of each unit, right? But the result has been a mistake, so I do hope that Silent Control will turn it around now, go for a bit of a different strategy this time. Of course, Ganny, such a strong first pick. He is like the main support for many units. He makes them shine even more.
Yeah, I feel like Ganny just pairs so well with other monsters, whether it's a duo, whether it's the whole composition. So Hong KFC able to pivot around that monster for his composition here in game number 4. Silent Control, he will still start things off with the Fire and Bison and then the Fran now that the Lulu is out of the game.
Hong KFC, he is feeling really good about that Ganny Oki, the same draft we see, but Ragdoll and Leo, this is a very powerful duo.
Ooh, okay. Considering the double Dragon Knights, the Ragdoll seems like it's going to be sticking around. No, Silent Control wants to make sure that he secures that Haegong for himself. Doesn't want Hong KFC to be picking that monster up.
Haegong, this is definitely a unit that we've seen a lot of success from, but there is the Lucia that we have seen yesterday. I love this unit. So much healing, so much lockdown with both skill 1 and 3.
Yeah, the Lucia, we saw it once yesterday. Hong KFC looking to bring it back to the spotlight here alongside the Annabelle.
A lot of emphasis on the water, so this opens up once again a Diana potential.
It does. I mean, all things point to the Diana. It looks like Silent Control. Will he bite?
Oh,
No, he will be going for the win. Panda Warrior.
What a turnaround. It is good to see my old friend back. Fang Yen definitely poses a lot of threat on the triple water on the side of Hong KFC, so that is going to be an eyesore.
Okay, so Feng Yan now on the board for Silent Control. Both players considering their bans. I mean, Hong KFC just one win away from moving on to the APAC Cup. Silent Control wants to stay alive. He's so close to moving on to the APAC Cup. We saw the bans. Okeanos now out of the game. Feng Yan also out of the game. We jump in to round number 4 between these two players in a best of 5 match point for Hong KFC.
There's a lot of control on the side of Hong KFC, so that is why the strips here could be important unless he saves it for Fran's skill 3.
That looks like it is going to be saved for that purpose. Now Ganymede looking for a turn for Hong KFC.
What's unfortunate there is that he wanted the water striker to move before Ganny, but it did not happen, so he saves his skill 2, looking for the better angle.
Yeah, so we're just going to see Fire and Bison put down a little bit of damage. Both sides still just trying to determine what to do with Sleep now to control the M. Bison for a little bit.
The control is there, but there's also a cleanse on the side of Fran. Silent Control deciding to save that for now. Wants to boost up the damage from the Ragdoll, and it's doing a lot.
It is doing a lot, as you mentioned. I mean, Lucia's there for a lot of that sustain and the lockdown as well. Is she going to get a chance? We're going to see the AoE, the strips, just a little bit here and there.
To be honest, I am not a huge fan of that move. I'd rather he put attack break on Ragdoll, but whatever the case, at this point, Lucia is locked down, but no longer.
Oh, she is free. She flies free once again in this game. Hong KFC gets another chance to purify coming out for herself to stay alive just a bit longer.
Annabelle, do you go for the armor break? Do you go for the sleeps? He's going for the sleeps. He wants to cycle into skill 2 to save the Lucia, but it does not work out.
Not able to close out the combos right there for themselves. So Ragdoll still piling on the damage onto Lucia. Lucia's so close to being eliminated.
That stun, it's like a little nasty little punch into the face of Silent Control.
Lucia doesn't have many options, just looking to choose a target. Does get the freeze onto Haegong.
But Fran is here looking for the kill. Onto the Lucia!
Oh my gosh, Lucia lives. Annabelle is here.
Definitely going for a girl's prayer. 11,000 healing is gonna buy some time. Ganny gonna buy even more time. On KFC, he's trying to bring the reins back for himself right now. Water Striker sitting on no skills, but Lucia with the 2-turn sleep is gonna be so reliable.
Oh, and gets the heal for herself. Now looking for a target for that 2-turn sleep. Who's it going to be?
He's saving it.
All right, just goes for the attack.
Yep, because he knew that Annabelle has the Water Guardian Angel, so he wanted to save it for after. Very smart play, getting huge value.
Oh, this Haegong has been locked down so much by the Lucia.
Lucia's getting so much counters, getting freezes left and right. This is why I love that unit. And we look at Hong KFC looking so good.
Hong KFC survived all that damage against his Lucia and now has a monster lead. Haegong also so close to being eliminated. He's out from Ganymede. Ragdoll still asleep in this game.
That 1 HP on the Lucia is coming to bite Silent Control's butt. You look at the Purify, it just heals her to full HP.
This Ilusha is a hero right now for Honkai FC. He can taste the road to the APAC Cup, and the Annabelle goes again as she's looking.
Again!
Oh my goodness! This
Again!
Annabelle is just repeating back to back to back. Honkai FC wants to secure his win to the APAC Cup.
The teddy bears, man, they are so fearsome, especially when they come out from an Annabelle, and Honkai FC is going to secure the win against Silent Control.